Hey traders, welcome to our live training session. Thanks for joining me. What I want to do is take you through our Crude strategy tonight, and it's a pennant breakout system. And we're going to focus specifically tonight on managing the system based on max drawdown, based on its ongoing optimization. So one of the things, obviously, when we create our high performance system is that we want to be able to manage that moving forward. So we're going to look at the process of optimizing stops, targets, trailing stops, time of the day, and making sure that's built into your regular monitoring of your system. Also, too, we need to look at obviously how the days of the week are performing. So the first thing we're going to do before we get into the presentation is we're going to set the scene for this system. So it's a breakout strategy, but we want to initially look at the risk, obviously the risk on the system, and we call the risk our R multiple or negative R. Now, on this particular system, we've got a stop loss of 332 points or $320 because Crude runs at $10 a point, so it's $320 our risk there. Now, the risk here, obviously, we're measuring it as negative 1R because if we have a losing trade, then that's negative $320. So we'll call it negative 1R equals $320. So the other thing that we want to qualify here is that we've got a max drawdown of 3180. So $3,180 is our circuit breaker, the point at which we would turn this system off. So if we have a look at our equity graph there, we get told as far as our system when that occurred. So that was the 4th of May. Now, what we want to do is we want to set that up so that if we get anything greater than, say, $3,200 as drawdown, the system gets turned off. So that's another way of managing our strategy. So the first point is that we've created a high performance system. The second thing we need to do is obviously manage it monthly, making sure. Now with this strategy here, it's shorts only. So if we have a look at the performance here, it's looking only at shorts, and its performance is good. It's $30,000, average trade net profit of 296. So a really good reward to risk and overall a good strategy. However, we want to make sure that that's maintained through the course of running this strategy. So what I've done is I've actually put together a little bit of an optimization spreadsheet that allows us to just have a bit of a look at how the system has performed. So if we created this system in June and we haven't touched it. So when I say we created the system, what we actually did was we put together a high performance system. So there was no adjustment to the system or anything like that. We just created we developed a baseline pilot system, and then from there we put together our high performance system. So remember, the high performance system is just taking your settings and making sure that you're trading the best days of the week, times of the day, and you've got your best system kind of put together for your trading, your live trading or your sim trading. So what happens now is once we've got our high performance system developed and that we're tracking it, we have to track it both daily and weekly, don't we? And then on a monthly basis, we're going to look at re-engineering or re-optimizing the system. So it's basically allowing us to trade a system that is performing in line with the market conditions. So if the market slightly changes as far as higher volatility, lower volatility, the market direction changes, then we need to be responsive in relation to how we manage that. So let's have a look now at, and we'll just close out of this for a second. Let's have a look at what's happened with this system. So we know that it went through August and September at a really good rate, didn't really have much of a drawdown at all. So you can see there. But then we'll just unlock another month of trading here, and we'll just see how September fared. Because at the moment we've done nothing to this system and it's done really well. So we roll on another month and let's see what the outcome is here. Actually, before we do that, let me just go back a month for a second. Sorry, I just want to make another point here before we get into unlocking the next month. I did mention that we have to set up a circuit breaker, an amount at which we would turn the system off. So for us, that obviously is a full amount of $3,200, our max circuit breaker. But we also need to have a look at our daily daily stats as well. So if you look at your daily breakdown, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can see that Monday's trading has been pretty good. The current drawdown is 0. It's made $850 on a Monday overall for the period that it's been trading. Tuesday's the same. It's only had one losing trade there for the last couple of months, because I've got a couple of months loaded up here. Wednesday's really good. Thursday's had 3 losing trades, so we've got negative 960. Now, what I'm going to suggest as a group is that we figure out an amount at which we would turn this system off. And I'm going to suggest we perhaps do it, say, at a negative 5R.